guys, welcome back to Unapologetically Archie. I am going to be your tour guide through this crazy episode number 2. And we have the best guest ever, one of my dearest friends, Miss Destini King at Yates Flooring. We're going to talk all things tile and all things girlfriends and how much friendship means in this crazy world we live in and in this crazy industry that we're in. So sit back and enjoy the ride. This one's going to be fun. Okay, so we're back. We're here with Miss Destini King. Hello.
Hello.
Are you nervous? Don't be nervous. It's going to be so much fun.
You're going to pull a card out of your bra and be like,
there's no telling what's going to happen.
I wouldn't put it past her.
I'm going to be nice today. And my sister Shelby, y'all know from the first podcast.
Hello.
So we are just figuring this whole crazy thing out. So y'all bear with us. But we want to talk tile today because that's what you do is tile, carpet, hardwood floors, countertops. She's the guru, right? Is that what you call her, the floor guru?
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to get floored with Destiny, and that's what this podcast is called, right, Shelby?
Yes.
So creative. I love it.
Floored.
Yeah. I want Destiny and I to share. I'm going to let her start it out, but this story, if she will, about how we became friends and how we met, because it's kind of entertaining. So you tell if you want to.
So about a year ago, it could be a little bit longer, probably is.
Probably.
I sent you an email and asking you to give me a chance. And then a few months later, Ed called and was like, hey, you really need to get with Ashley. Yeah. She really needs some help, blah, blah, blah. So here I go. Now I have a phone number. So like now I'm texting Ashley, no response. And then Ed again, a few months later, it's like, listen, I need you to call Ashley right now. So I called Ashley. She didn't pick up the phone.
She never does.
So I sent her a text. It was probably a nice professional text, and it was really like, just answer my phone call. Let me help you out. She said, let me sell you flooring.
Let me just talk to you.
Yeah. So here we are. Obviously, there's a time and a place that God has for us to meet up.
Yeah.
We weren't on the same page. Your life would have been way better if you were on my
I know. I agree. That's what I told Shelby.
You know how much trouble you could have gotten into.
I know. Or how much fun.
Yeah.
It's really crazy though. Like I was telling Shelby earlier before we got here, I was like, I'll cry if I talk about it. I was like, but it's really funny because when I met Brandon, I met him on a Tuesday, and we went out of town together that weekend. And my mom was like, no, you're not. And I'm like, Mom, I think I'm gonna marry this guy. Like, I'm just like that. Like, I know when I love you, and when I love you from the tip of my toes to the top of my head. So when I met Destiny at lunch, I met you at the store, and then we went to lunch with Shelby came into town. And the first time I met her at the store, you were so good. I told Shelby, I would send clients by themselves. She's like, no, you wouldn't. I'm like, no, I really would. She's like, oh God, I've got to meet this girl. So we had lunch, and the next day I sent flowers to you, and it worked.
And I said, it was going to be a toss-up. It was either going to scare me off, or it was going to be at first sight, and it's going to last forever.
It was so funny though, and then we like took a trip to Big Spring, and like Ed and Will both were trying to get me to like give Destiny a chance. She's awesome. I'm like, yo, why didn't y'all like make a bigger deal about it? And they were like, are you kidding? But I'm loyal. But yeah, here she is now.
She called you 42 times.
Yeah,
she did.
And we're live first. Shelby laughed so hard when we went and got the flowers, and we took them up to her office at the tile store, and Shelby was
and
like,
they're like 58 balloons and a whole like that's more flowers than any guy has ever given me. So
I don't do anything little, do I?
And we didn't wait 2 days to call you back either. We just brought you the flowers the next day.
Yeah, we didn't wait. We put it out there. So it was really cool. But I do agree God has a plan because it's been like a chaotic roller coaster of a time, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I should have listened to Ed and Will a long time ago.
Well, so I know you wanted to wait or whatever, but we're kind of at a really good place if you want to.
I want to give it to her?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I have a gift. This is like not a big deal, but it's a big deal. It might make me cry, but like every woman in my family, I got a prayer warrior necklace for. It's the medallion that I wear all the time.
Yes.
I don't even have it on today, but I always wear it. So me and Shelby wanted you to have that because we love you and you're like family.
So I bring you a dollar store notebook.
No, this is the best. I love the wee dogs and the balloon dogs. I told Shelby, I was like, get it in there. We've got to have it in the shot.
Goodness gracious.
But you know, it's funny because your mom had mentioned, like, oh, you're one of us. And it was on FaceTime.
She said to me the other day, she was like, when do I get to my
And
grandkids.
this is what I asked you. I was like, where'd you get
I
that?
know. We had a plan. We had a plan. So it's really cool. It's got the some prayers and scriptures written on the front and the back, but it's really cool. Yeah.
I'm gonna put it on right now.
Well, that's awesome. I love it. She's got her bubble letter too.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just so glad we met her. We'll keep her. And well, she's really good at flooring.
Oh yeah, we're here for flooring.
Yeah, she's really good at flooring. And I do want to share even help you with my one fat fingernail.
Yeah.
Nobody look.
Everybody's gonna zoom in right when you say
It's
that.
okay.
We're like, which fingernail is missing? Well, it's used on floors, walls, showers, everywhere. The most unexpected recent is going to be the camper. It's going to be fun.
No, it's gonna be so fun.
And we're changing selections 500 times, but
Yeah.
we're going to hit the nail on the head. And
I'm the best customer, huh? It's so easy.
I want to do this off the wall thing. No, it is. No, I don't want to do this, but I want to do this off the wall thing within reason.
It's a 1960s camper and it's hard to pick it out. I picked out the tile that looks like the
fun dipsticks.
the fun dipsticks.
I love that tile.
You don't like this one that she brought?
No, I love the one she brought, but I loved all
Yeah.
of
I
them.
think for the vibe that we were going for, if we're still going for that vibe, I don't know. 15 minutes ago, we changed it to pink, so.
We should do it all pink. Don't tell Brandon though.
No, because we already told him we weren't going to change on it. We knew what we wanted to do.
Yeah, that's
But
good.
he doesn't know what we wanted to do.
I had a little design meeting with the guy there, that's doing all this stuff, and he was like, "Is this your final answer?" I'm like,
Yeah.
"Yeah, until next week."
Yeah.
That's gonna be fun though.
Yeah, go ahead and shout out to American RV Restoration.
Yes,
They're
yes.
amazing.
They
I
are.
can't wait to see it.
It's so
I can't wait to take it somewhere. We're gonna have to learn how to drive that truck.
Without Brandon.
Like trick the truck to where it's gonna take something off where you can't start it, but you can.
Yeah. Have to crank it with a screwdriver. What about the walls that you were showing me that we're gonna put in this room?
Oh, the acoustic walls.
Yeah. Yeah, I want to show that because I didn't even know you had that. Is that like new?
It's brand new. It just came out. They come in larger panels. These are just samples. Good lord, that's loud.
It's so light though.
Yes.
Really light.
So 3 different colors for acoustic areas.
I love this one.
And that's what we need in here because we're echoey. We're still under construction.
This is
so
a pretty color for in here.
I love this.
That's-
This is the
that's
color.
one.
Yeah.
I think that one would be awesome.
Isn't that cool though?
I love those.
I love
But
that.
you know how it's got the wood slats like everyone's going for, but it's going to help that sound. So a gaming room, an office,
Yeah.
a podcast room.
Because everybody's doing a podcast or everybody's doing like content.
You
Or
know
even
they
just
make
musicians.
yeah. It's really helpful.
You
know
can
they
record
make
a CD in this room.
oh my gosh. They make like accessories and stuff to go in this too. They have these really cool like brass hooks that you can order. Like they have different
They'll just
finishes,
slip in.
and you put them on, and then you twist them, and then they grab, and the
I didn't
whole
know
thing
that.
you can do hooks, or they've got like little bitty shelves. I found
That's
a company
cute.
the other day who does them, and it's
That's really cool. I like that a lot. So it's not just like y'all do anything pretty much.
Yeah, we have some other like wood decorative stuff,
Mhm.
but with the acoustics and the thing, that's why I sent that to you.
yeah.
Yeah, it's echoey, really echoey. Yeah.
What brand is that?
MSI.
Okay, we're gonna change gears
Straight down when
to
you're
more than floors. Tell us about your favorite countertop material and pros and cons to it.
She's like,
I mean, I have butcher block, I have concrete countertops. We sell a lot of quartz.
Okay.
The marble is gorgeous. The quartzite's gorgeous. The Cambria line that we have at the store is amazing. It's beautiful.
It's really pretty, and there's a big line at Yates. I had no clue y'all had that many options.
Yeah, and
There's
so
a lot,
you
yeah.
can just pick out those small slabs and then put you with Roger, our countertop guy, and he pulls all the live slabs up that go with that, so you can see a
Yeah.
full slab.
You see what you're gonna get. Yeah,
That's helpful.
Yeah.
I really like that.
What is the weirdest material people are using right now? Or like, okay, what's the most popular? Because between butcher block, quartz, all that, what's the
It's
most popular one right now?
Mainly quartz.
Mainly quartz.
Quartzite's so expensive just because of the way you have to cut it.
Well, and it's natural.
Yeah, and it's
So.
like they have to have special
More
tools to cut
expensive.
it. It's way expensive. Way expensive. That's what happens. I'll go and look and I'm like, oh, that's the one I want. They're like, it's quartzite. I'm like, I don't want that
Yeah,
one.
the labor on it.
Yeah, it's very intense. It's crazy.
Yeah.
But like, I like the butcher block. I think we decided to do butcher block in the camper. I went with it.
You know, I have it in the pantry.
Yeah, in the pantry. I love the pantry. I mean, you haven't seen it, have you?
I've seen the pictures.
Yeah, it's really cool. I like
Yeah.
it.
I saw that was the first time I've ever heard that too.
Well,
If I can keep plants alive, I want one.
well, you guys are complaining because my house is starting to look like a jungle. You know, there's plants scattered everywhere. So then when we made the butler's pantry, it's right there by the bay window, and put all the plants in there, and so we call it the pantry. And one of my friends actually came up with that. And I want to get one of those lit neon signs.
You need one.
But what's funny is Axton yesterday was like, oh, that house. The pantry was so big. I'm like, honey, not everyone got the pantry.
Not everybody. He thinks it's like a standard.
I love
He's
that.
like, Ashley, where's the pantry in this place?
I need food and plant.
Yeah.
Hey, we need to have a plantry in a house.
That would be really cool. That would be really cool.
Put some skylights.
Nobody
in
else
there.
is doing it.
It would be really cool.
Those windows.
That would be really cool. And like maybe like a little door where you could go out, you know, like set them out right there. Like a little...
Greenhouses are a thing. You know how cool it would be if we had like one of those really cool modern, like, you know, the black doors, you know, what you're talking about. And then you have it like closed in to where it comes off the house a little bit.
It'd be really cool.
I think it'd be
Really cool.
Like those colonial houses.
Zaxton is Z4, right?
Mm-hmm.
You talked about him. So the funniest thing is when I met Zaxton, they came over to an open house and he walked into the open house and we started hearing this music and we were like, what is that? He had opened the refrigerator and not closed it all the way back, but then he had turned the stove on and the stove wouldn't go off. He didn't have a clue how to turn it off.
Frantically calling Will ahead to come turn it off.
And the range was on. And we were like, the oven.
Yeah.
We were like, sticking our hands in, we were like, no,
And
it's
all the
not.
cardboard layers and
And
plastic
Zaxton
layers
is
were all-
like the cutest thing in the world. He's like, she's like, get in the car. She's like, you're gonna burn out stuff.
I get in the car, I'm like, well, relationship with Ashley.
It was like 2 days after.
Probably helped
Yeah,
it.
it was
Honestly,
really
I was
funny.
just like, her kid's as crazy as I
Oh,
am.
I
Let's
love
do
it. It's so funny. And I want you to tell about Z4, why you call him Z4, is you have 4 children.
So, yep, Z1, Z2, Z3, Z4.
I love it.
I mean, they all run together.
And Brandon calls them all, my husband Brandon calls them all Destiny's Child.
Oh, that's
Like, he's like, Destiny's Child. I'm like, Brandon.
which one?
Destiny's
When we
Child.
went bowling the other day, Zarin looked at me like I was crazy, and I was like, how do you spell your name? And he was like, I said, if not, I'm going to put Destiny's Child 1, 2, 3. I said, I didn't think you'd like that. I'm letting you pick it this time.
Destiny's Child 1,
I'm
2,
surprised
3.
you even remembered his name. Most people can't remember it. Like, his name seems to be the hardest. But when they see it written out, they really think that like, the pronunciation, it confuses people in their brain.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like the
Like
spelling of it.
Zeron.
Yeah.
Zarin.
That's so funny though.
Well,
But I think it's like I met her kids and like they say like your kids are an extension of you and like your parenting and all that stuff. Like I'm not a parent, but honestly, like Shelby, I'm not
we
kidding.
gave a hot mess to it. Makes sense.
Yeah, my dogs, my fur babies are not very good at all.
3 of them are. 2 of them, she was like, I'll do whatever you want to do.
You have 5 kids and call me. It's hard. For once, and she makes fun of my kids. She's like, they potty in the floor. I'm like, that's so rude. She's like, you have terrible children. I'm like, well, you know, I'm working on it, but I'm not. Like, I don't get on top.
Yeah.
But anyways, it's cool because when I met her kids, I was like, oh my gosh, like they are like awesome. Like, yes ma'am, so respectful.
I love your kids.
Her 3 boys and Zaylee, like I love Zaylee so much.
Yeah.
Like when we went bowling the other night, I was like, Shelby, like y'all know when you moved off and left me, Brandy moved off and left me, and then Mom moved off and left me because we all lived here till recently. And I'm like, I've got nieces and nephews again, and I've got a sister here, so y'all are out. She's in.
Wait until she's telling Zaxton that she carried the weenie dogs for 9 months in her belly, and then you let me know how great she is with your kids.
Swayze
She told
asked
her
me.
that the other day. She told her
No, she asked me. I didn't just like make it up for no reason. She said, did you adopt Clyde and Queenie? I'm like, no, baby. I was like, just like your mommy carried you, I carried. And Shelby goes, that is not funny. You can't tell her that. I was like, well, that's how I like to feel about it. So, yeah, we'll cut that out.
God forbid we ever make a friend that has a weenie dog and Swayze stays the night and she's like, you did such a good job. Mom would be like, come get your kid now. Right now.
That's weird. Okay.
Mm-mm.
Well, it was funny. Did you see Zaxton, like, he ran up to the door, he's like, Ashley!
I know, I love it though. Like,
Walking right in.
he walked up and he went, this is for you. And I'm like, you're the best, you're the sweetest guy. And he's like, I know. He's so nice.
That is funny.
He's my buddy though. We tell each other jokes. Like, she'll FaceTime and he'll say, I've got one for you. So Brandon will come home and go, I've got one for Z4, and he'll tell me a joke and I like remember it. I'm like,
That
okay.
is funny.
Yeah.
I love that.
He might be taking your place with the dad jokes one day.
I love when Brandon's nice to people.
It's so odd. It's so odd and uncomfortable.
Like bonds, it's weird.
Yeah.
Well, it's funny though, because Zaxton, you know, being so young, he's just like, I don't get that.
Yeah. You tell him a joke and he'll go, that's not funny. I told him, the first joke I ever told him was on FaceTime when we were in Big Spring.
Uh-huh.
She was FaceTiming him and I said, knock, knock. He said, who's there? And I said, boo. He said, boo-hoo. And I said, why are you crying? And I figured he had heard that joke. He fell back on the bed, like, belly laughing.
So
First, like, it made me and Destiny, like, I was crying laughing so hard because he's
That's
like,
funny.
that is so funny. And I'm like, oh, it's okay.
That's
I like your style, buddy. You're
Ashley's
funny.
like, we just opened up all the like 1980s until now arsenal
Well,
of jokes that
he
nobody
still
will
appreciates
listen
the
to.
corny jokes. Nobody else appreciates it. Do you have, like, we'll get back on topic. Do you have any, like, I don't know what to say. How bad can it get working with people, and how fun is it working with people? Is it difficult with some clients?
Not really.
Yeah, they
I mean,
hang in there.
There's a few that I'm sure that
Yeah.
are not as easy as others, but you know that's the kind of the process. Like when they walk through the door, you have some that are stressed. They're trying to get something on budget,
Yeah.
quick, and that they like. And then you have some that are building months out, and they're just trying to get whatever's in their Pinterest folder.
Right.
You know, something that they're just gonna fall in love with, and they can be excited or they can be stressed.
Oh, yeah.
On both instances, whether or not it's 6 months down the road or it's, hey, I need this in 2 weeks. And honestly, like when you go through it, and for them to walk away and feel relieved
Mm-hmm.
and excited, they're like, oh, that
It's like an
wasn't
accomplishment
near,
for you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it wasn't near as bad as I thought, or you know, yay, I'm so excited, can't wait to
Yeah.
see it go in.
When we walked in last week with the clients that were working with the custom clients, they were so excited because a lot of people just get overwhelmed because Yates
Uh-huh.
like has so many options. They're like, oh my gosh, what are we gonna do? And like when we brought the clients in, that's what I was impressed with her the most, because I would send her their Pinterest board and like some inspo pictures, and like we walk in with Destiny and like the table's covered, and you know how I am, I'm like, get it, girl.
Yeah.
Like she's like,
it's already like
well,
ideas.
she's like, these are things that I'm thinking, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is crazy. Well, we had our clients come in, and they were like, love that, love that, love that. 44 minutes. We looked down, 44 minutes, and
The
me
whole
and
house.
Destiny and this client were laughing, and we had been talking for a few minutes. The whole house,
yeah.
the carpet, the tile, the showers, the flooring,
Yeah.
the countertops. Like, it was so amazing. And then the next day they called me and they said that was so much fun. And that's when you feel good, because
Yeah.
it can be hard sometimes, but I understand too, like you said, it's the biggest purchase people make in their life
Oh yeah.
is buying a home.
Absolutely.
And then I send them when they're stressed out to Destiny. Like, Destiny will help you. Give her a shot. You know?
Yeah, Ashley's like, y'all have been dealing with me. How many of you go talk to her and tell me if you
Like-
happy? Then you come back every time.
You've seen me. Shelby laughs because I tell people when they come and talk to me about, you know, wanting to know if I want to build their house, wanting to know if they want me to build their house. They're like, you know, how's it going to work? I'm like, you're not going to like me at some points in this. And, oh no, we love you. I'm like, you will not like me, because it's not just their house I'm working on. I'm working on other people's houses. So it gets, you know, difficult, but it's so worth it. You work with these people for so long. And how many times have you had people come back?
A lot, and that's another thing is relationships, not even just with builders,
Right.
contractors, but there are people that they continue to come back. I had this one lady, she would come in every week for a year. before she finally decided on her tile. Once it was all done, I sent her a text message. I'm like, I miss you.
Isn't it funny?
I'm like, come back.
Like, it's so funny. That's how I, like, because I'll work with people for like a year to 2 years, and I'm going, and then like, I have one couple that we built a house for in 2012, and their kids were, like, they were kids, and now they've gone to play football at University of Texas Tech. Like, it's crazy. You know what I mean? It's so cool, but I'm going, oh my gosh, you were like sitting there coloring on. It's just weird. I can't believe we're like
old.
but we're also building these relationships that last forever. You're from this area though. You're from Snyder and lived here most of your life. Do you like it that you still know everybody, or is it like a small town?
I don't. I mean, there's so many people you don't know. But it's so nice when people do come in and you have an engagement and you have a relationship that starts building. And like you met Mr. Pruitt at church.
Yes.
And it's such a funny situation because they went to the same church. We sat in the same vicinity for I don't know how long. They came in as customers.
Really?
For us to realize that we sit in the same area at church and never met anybody, and now we sit with them all the time. And they're like our church family. So like, there's so many people you don't know that are literally you're rubbing shoulders with all the time, and you don't even know who they are. So
it's crazy though. Like you're right. Like it's all like a web. Like I love it. Like it's a small town, but it's a big town. But there's a lot of new people here.
There's a lot of new people.
But I think it's like great. Come on in. Just don't. Don't mess it up. Yeah, don't California or Texas. Yeah, that's what the preacher preached about. Yeah, the preacher preached about it, and I forgot the guy's name, but I'll link one of his videos because it's like you should watch it. I sent it to the girls, and I'm like, watch his message. I was like, he preached, and his message was about wrestling.
She was so excited. She said, but he pretty much told me to stop talking about politics. So stop watching it. It's stressing you out, and I'm like,
I thought he was reading. I've heard my husband's dad, my father-in-law, will always say the preacher's been reading my mail when we leave. Like if they were, like it felt like it was going to them. And he said, you don't need to watch podcasts about politics all the time. You need to just have faith in God, and I loved that. Like.
Yeah, at the beginning of this.
Yes.
Ashley was like, should we talk politics?
Yeah. We don't talk in detail, but it was really funny because she said,
I felt
pretty much
convicted.
said, quit reading into the negativity. You can't have politics around you 24/7. Like, you got to pray about it. All these things.
Faith over
She
fear.
goes, so he told me just to calm down. I said, somebody needed to.
Like, I don't know why. You can't change it. Yeah, last week was a funny week though. But like going to that church I told Shelby, I was like, oh my gosh, like you've got to go. Like you have to go visit. I really, really enjoyed it so much. I enjoyed the message. I can't wait to hear the pastor that's
normally there.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But Bailey was
It'd be
great.
cool to go try it. I'm not against new churches or big churches. We used to have a blast when we went to Stonegate like forever and a day ago. I really like when it's like so personal that
It felt so
people
personal.
notice when you're not there every day. Like,
Yeah.
So it's bizarre, but it's also like.
I think though, like at this place, and I didn't feel like it was like groups or anything like that. I think I felt like everybody was just there worshiping together. But it also felt like people did like welcome you and know you. Like it was just a really good feeling. Like the Holy Spirit was there. Like it was awesome.
Well,
it was
awesome.
amazing.
I love that.
She goes to a Church of Christ, so I didn't know if she would want to go. And she was like, Ashley, yeah, I'm fine. Listen to Christian music. I'm like, well, I didn't know because she wasn't like raised Church of Christ. She just you got baptized a year ago.
Yeah, August is a year.
August. Yeah. So she was baptized. They FaceTimed me. She didn't tell.
No, September because we're a month apart. It was September.
Yeah, I got baptized. August will be 3 or 4 years.
3.
Yeah. But she got baptized and she didn't tell us that she was going to. It wasn't planned. And so she FaceTimed. Mom was so mad. Oh, it was so good. Sway watched her and stuck her hands in the water and like started crying. And there's a picture of it. Like it was like such a moment. She just stuck her hands in the water and she was just like, like so happy. It was like great.
One, like we were baptized as kids and we were raised Baptist, which is fine. And I'm not like.
Yeah.
One is better than the other. There's such a bad stigma about Church of Christ being like, if you're not Church of Christ, you're out.
You tell her?
No, I'm like,
she
that's
dated.
not it. It's
she
just kind of
dated.
like,
She dated a guy that had that experience, but it's just like
Which is so
Christians.
sad.
Wait,
I hate to hear it.
He knew ahead of time. And my stepfather and my mom are Church of Christ, so I know how that stigma is. I've grown up with it, and I've witnessed it.
Right.
And so, like, first off, when we started talking, it was like, hey, and he's like, I'm cool. Well, then, like, as time went on, it was, I think it's fine that I give attention to other women. I don't like that you don't go to a Church of Christ, and I don't like your second child.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it was bad.
That's what Church of Christ, that's like,
That's not nice.
that's
But
just
it's-
awful. But no, everybody
People
told me
do that though. Like you said, it's got like a stigma. Like
I
people
go
do
to
that.
School still.
Well, and most of the people that we go to church with are still like so old. I think me and Justin might be among the 10 people in the church that are the youngest, which is fine. Outside of like kids, like Swayze's age, but it's crazy because when me and Justin started dating before I ever got to go to church with them, everybody was like, well, you better be ready because church is coming. And I was like terrified to go to this church. I was like, they're gonna hate me. Like I'm so
They're
afraid.
so-
And I went
so
and it
good.
was like,
Way different than you expected.
oh,
It
it's
was-
such a
it's
welcoming place.
still the one church I have felt more welcomed at, like, in my
Like it's
whole
home.
life. It feels like home. And they're not like judgy. If you can't show up on Sunday, they're not judgy about whatever's going on. It's not
Yeah.
a bunch of, it just feels like, okay, how can we help? Which is really nice. Like, we're gonna go help so and so. You don't wanna go. Like, it's very much just,
Yeah.
Yeah.
let's
Which
be
is how it should
family,
be.
and I love it. Like, that's always what I wanted, was a church that was like,
I feel like church should feel like a warm hug, and I feel like Christians should be like, you know what I mean? Like, just we should be nicer. Like,
yeah.
because it's not just Church of Christ. I mean, Baptist, everybody, but Christians in general now, people are like, we're good, because I feel like Christians do it to themselves too. We need to be like, we're not mad at you for doing what you like. We want you to come join us.
Absolutely.
You know?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just weird.
Do what you're supposed to.
Yeah.
But I don't know. And they also made it easier with questions because I wanted to know like what the differences were in Church of Christ and Baptist and
Yeah.
beliefs and stuff. And I have an amazing pastor who was like, any question you have, I'm not going to judge you. I used to be Catholic. Come talk to me. And I was
Yeah.
like, okay, cool. We can talk about it.
Well, that's a cool thing. But just like our friendship, like it's not just a hey, you want to go hang out, you want to go to a nightclub and all these things. Like it's not like that. We talk about God. We talk about like when she's got a problem, I'm praying for her. Like when I've got a problem, she's praying for me. And that relationship is so much more than selling tile.
Yeah, it can be very raw. It can be very fun.
Yes.
You know.
We could dress up like a unicorn.
Just really set your own rules.
I get dressed up as a unicorn.
It's just like it's so real, and I like that. Like that makes me comfortable. But like using her for flooring is like a no-brainer, obviously.
Yeah.
And she knows now that if somebody reaches out, I'm not going to answer.
Yeah.
I'm a vault. Nobody gets it.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, we can end with this or that. That's fine. We'll play this or that while I'm looking at all this and that tile.
I'm obsessed with this.
That's really pretty.
mine.
See, I love that. That's the one that Destiny put. Doesn't it have so much green in it?
It looks like it, but out of it's more blue.
It's really pretty.
But like,
Oh my gosh, that would be beautiful.
Well, that
here.
works with either guy. I like it though because a lot of people do like the
Here, let her put that
tile
underneath.
with the patterns and it
Let her
always
put
looks the same.
Let her
This
put
doesn't. I love that this has like
it has 47 faces.
dimensions.
I like
Do
brown.
six.
I love brown. I love the brown and the like. I'm digging that in the tan.
Together.
I know.
These are gorgeous. How bad is this one?
Y'all have to let me know below like what you think about this.
Like
crazy tile
still kidney
for the
bad or
camper.
just like plasma?
No, like, like actually it's costing me like 35 a square foot.
Yeah.
Oh.
But when you
Just
compare
do
that to $1.99 we stock.
For people in a different tax bracket.
Just
a great backsplash.
just do like 4 square feet. It'd be fine.
Or just 4 squares.
I like this a lot
The
too.
fluted tile is just something that's really cool.
Is that like really popular right now?
It's not really popular. It is with the marbles. You don't see a lot of people doing it, but it is super unique that it would be awesome anywhere to do that.
I love
The
this.
fluted tile that you did in your shower.
The slat.
The
yeah.
slat tile.
Uh-huh.
It's like, looks like wood. It is so beautiful.
I love these. And people are doing like, have you seen where they're doing the niches? But they're the niche.
I don't know if it's a niche or a niche. I say a niche.
I've always said niche, and then the other day somebody said
I
niche.
say I've got an
and I was
itch.
like,
I probably said it because that's what I want.
I
A
knew
niche?
it.
And some people are like,
I just never
does
know
she
if
have
it's
a box?
box.
Does she have boo box?
Yeah, but people.
If I have an itch, I have an itch. I don't have an
They
each.
have them set different, so it's like vertical, and then I think it's really pretty like that too.
I like
love
it.
But
this.
even like coffee bar,
Yeah, that's
you
really
know,
cute.
really
she's
pretty.
something really
It's really sleek looking.
Mhm.
I
I
got
got
that
to.
one.
We can do pink. It matched you. We could do pink in the whole camper. This is fun. And this, you have a lot of different colors of this.
Mhm.
I like the green too.
I know. It's
I like the green a lot.
two awesome colors on the same swatch.
That's what I died for. Looks like my wall in the entryway. My wallpaper.
Okay, so
Wow.
here's the text. Do you like this? Which
Yes.
one's your favorite out of all?
Out of all of them, this one.
Okay. Will you just pick that up? I'll do a little thing with you. And then go like this. And then.
I'm not smelling the textures.
Just smell it.
Smell the tile!
Smell
Smell
it.
it! Smell it! Smell it!
She taught me that. She's a connoisseur of tile. Like, she is the guru. If you smell it, that's when you really feel it.
I'm not gullible. Actually, I'm not gonna do that.
Okay, she's not gullible. I want to tell you a quick story. When we were at Disney World a few months ago. 2 months
Okay,
ago.
no, that part I was gullible. But
There's
it was
bubbles
Disney.
everywhere.
Everything's possible.
There's bubbles everywhere, right? I was like, Shelby, I was like, it's the coolest thing about Disney is it all tastes like cinnamon and sugar. The bubbles taste like cinnamon and sugar. She's
Yeah, one time.
she goes, it doesn't. It tastes like, and I'm like, no, you didn't get it. But she's like,
I did it one time and I was like, I hate you. And I was looking at my kid going, you knew? She's like, because she was
Swayze didn't
doing
believe
it.
it.
And I said, Swayze, it tastes like soap. She goes, I know. And I said, why are you still doing it? She goes, I don't know. It tastes like soap.
tell me
I was
about
like,
this. Did that just come in?
It just came in, and it's in, which I consider this a black.
Right.
And black and a white. So fill that, Shelby.
I love this.
That's heavy.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So
So
you can say that
it's
that smells
heavy
like
price.
licorice. This smells like plants.
This smells like
This is like cotton
full
candy. You don't smell it though, really. You don't smell anything when you smell these tiles. It doesn't make you.
I don't ever smell the tiles. It's tile. It's not.
She's like, I'm not smelling the tile.
So
I give up.
Well,
I like
actually,
these.
your crazy friend walked in here the other day, and they were in here doing the countertops, and they were to the point where they were doing like
The glue smells.
the adhesive compound sealant, whatever you want to call it. Don't come for me,
It
internet.
smells good.
And she was like, "It smells so good in here," and they
They
were
all
like,
look at me like I'm so weird, but I love that smell.
"They're like, you smell this every day. What is wrong with you?"
It smells good. I'm like even at the nail salon where I need to go.
And I made fun of you
I
then,
love that
and
smell.
then I walked in the next day when they were fixing it, and I was like, and it smells good.
Well, you know what? Yesterday when I was getting my hair done, the girl was telling me that she had just done a perm, and I was like, oh my gosh, how did it smell? Like I love the
Oh,
smell
I
of
love
perm.
those distinct
Remember
smells.
that? Yeah.
I love.
And I love
smell.
WD-40. That's like my favorite. Like I wish they would make a candle
I
that's
like-
like WD-40.
I like gasoline too.
Gasoline.
And I like
Oh,
firecrackers
oil.
and gunpowder.
I like diesel.
I'm like,
Pretty much everything. It smells like a man.
I like the way gasoline and gunpowder, and I love wrestling. Two
You
truths
know
I
what?
like, all truths.
You
All
know,
truth.
I will see your redneck statement and I will raise you one because
You win.
when Justin quit smoking,
Yeah.
a little piece of me missed it because I was like, he smells different. Like, he didn't smell like Marlboro, but now he smells like fruit. And I'm like, why do you smell like cologne and fruit? Quit vaping.
That's so funny. That's funny. What about textures? Are textures like
Textures are totally in.
totally in? Like,
Yeah.
people get nervous with me. They're like, well, that's not, the mat doesn't match that. And I'm like, you don't have to match. Even with with hardware, which I know y'all aren't doing the hardware, but the hardware, people are mixing textures and colors and all that stuff.
I like it when they do the different like finishes
Oh, I
and stuff
love
though, because I think it gives it more dimension.
Well, I mean, if you go plain, you're kind of going like old, timeless. You know, if you're doing a plain subway. But when you throw something in with a variation, and Ashley's one of her things, she says she's going to do this in her bathroom. But
is it not beautiful?
not only do you have the variation, but you also can touch it and like
Smell it.
maybe smell it in the shower.
It really, like, is that not beautiful though?
This is
Like,
really pretty.
it's so different. One of our custom clients just picked this. Like, she had it out when we got there.
Isn't this the one you sent me the other day, or you showed me the other
Yes.
day? Yeah.
I get really excited. I get really excited about the tile.
I got excited when she pulled up their design package, and I was like,
It looks really good.
Yeah. It's
Really
gonna be
good.
really classy.
really pretty.
And all the things that they picked, it didn't, like, it goes
It all
perfect.
coordinates.
Yeah.
Does it come in green?
It does. It does come in a green.
I want to put green in something so bad.
We just need to
Well,
wait
it's
until the
just
day we need to buy it and go buy it. Like, cause I'm gonna change, every time we go in there, she has better stuff and better stuff. Y'all do, like, it's crazy. And that's like, going to Yates to me is something that if people don't know, I'm gonna put like your social media stuff and how to get a hold of you.
Seriously,
like
she
I want people to know who you are because it is crazy. Is it not like an experience? Because we don't have that here in Midland. We don't have like a design center. But I feel like my clients are going, where has this place been? And I feel like some people know about it, but not everybody knows.
Not everybody. We still have
Yeah.
people like walk in and they're like, "Are y'all open to the public?" We're absolutely open to the public.
And y'all are opening on Saturdays
On
because some
Saturdays.
days you have to work Saturdays, so you can go see her every other Saturday.
I loved it. When we went the first time, I was like, I never got to go because it wasn't here when I left. So we had left from using a previous tall person. And then we walked in and I was like,
I know.
I don't know what to do with my hands.
Like I was so excited. We haven't said anything about carpet because like I took all the carpet out of my entire house and I regret it, and you know that because I'm like, oh my gosh, but I'm gonna get some rugs made, which they can do that too. But the carpet that they have is amazing, and you get to like step on the pads. Like I know that's silly, but it's just nice to. She said when her feet hurt, it works. She hides over there.
I take off my heels and I go walk around in the carpet section because it feels like you're like walking on heaven. Like it's
Yeah,
great.
it does. It
I
feels,
love that.
It feels like what I imagine like a gym floor feels like. I feel like I could be Simone
Yeah.
Biles.
Does it make you want to go work out?
Yeah. It makes me do a backflip really bad. It's really nice though. And the clients, like every client that I've taken has been like,
Yeah.
oh, that was so easy. And that makes you feel good because when it's not like, when you don't have somebody to work with that makes it easy, like, you know, previous places that we've gone, we have to go, and there's nothing wrong with that, but we do everything ourselves. Like, we don't even have
Yeah.
anybody interact with us. So
It's a lot.
the experience with you, I'm just like, wow, this is awesome because you're showing everybody, like, before we walk in, Destiny's like, Ashley, send me something. I'm like, okay.
Hey,
But-
that's a good note though
Excellent.
to like say too, like a tip for people is when you do build a house or whatever project you're working on, one of the best parts about having a place where you know you can use a great person is that if you don't have anybody helping you and it's kind of a less hands-on place,
That's
you can
true.
go in, fall in love with something, and then it's completely blown your budget out of the water, and then you have to start back over, and it's a waste of time on selections. So you always want to have a place that has the person who can walk you through and
That's
say,
really
okay,
cool
this is in
though,
your
too.
budget, and this is what this is. Like,
Well, they won't even show you. Destiny does this for a living. This is like
Yeah.
what you do, what you're good at. And that's what I always tell people, like, let me build your house. Let me show you what the floor plan, like, that's not going to work. You have to have a hallway to get into the room. You
Yeah.
know, they're like, why can't we do this? I'm like, how are you going to
Yeah.
get in that room? You know, so let people guide you. And I think you're right by saying that. Like,
Yeah.
if people call you, like, next week and say, hey, we're going to do a remodel. This is what we're thinking. Are you good with them sending you an email and saying, these are all of our dreams and wishes, but we want to stay around this price, and you can go, this is what we need to do rather than doing this. And I think that that's realistic expectations.
Yeah, that's just being organized and prepared. And preparation, like, it gets me to where I'm in that zone, where I know what style, I know what colors are thinking, and I can prep for that. Like, if you sent me nothing, then we'd be walking around and being like, well...
And that's when people get overwhelmed and they don't enjoy the experience. When people have too many options, like I'm telling you 95% of people that I've ever done anything with, when they have too many options, they might get excited for a second and then they shut down.
and 9
Completely,
times out of 10,
they
they're
shut
going
down.
to go back and change it anyways.
And
then it's
9 times
complete
out of
waste
10, they
time.
say oh, I really love that when I walked in. They'll go walk around the entire store because some people will. Some people still want to see it all. And then they go back and they're like, I still love that one. I'm like, we could have done that 4 hours ago.
Yeah.
But when you help them, when you help guide them and you help guide them through the process like you do, I really
Yeah.
appreciate that because we're in, we're out. Not that I don't want to spend time with my clients,
Yeah.
but because when you walk in and you know. It's like your wedding dress. When you know, you know.
Well, and it's like the meeting we had yesterday, and I told you I didn't feel crazy for sitting there and letting them do their thing because I'm not going to be able to give you extensive information about what's going to grow in your garden if I haven't ever messed with it before. We've never put it in a house, and I'm not going to be able to tell you, well,
He's
we're going
the
to do this with the
professional.
radius, and this is what we're going to do with the irrigation. I'm going to be like, we're going to talk to the person who's going to be able to tell it to you forwards, backwards, sideways, and get it done the best way you can.
And
like,
it's tile, floors,
she's the
carpet, countertops. We call Destiny.
yeah.
Well, and also to talk a little bit about, you know, I know you're going to keep coming in with your clients because you love to see me.
Yeah, because it's fun.
But at the end of the day, like, that preparation too helps me get you in and out of the door faster, and it helps them get back on their, you know, schedule and do whatever they need to get done. And at the end of the day, like, it helps all of us, and I'm here to help you.
And it's helped me.
grow.
It's helped me a lot because I've had a lot of people at the same stage, and you know that. Like, we have a lot of custom clients doing selections, and it's me. Like, she's putting things in, but she's 6 hours away. So when I have sent clients by themselves, and they're like, oh my gosh, we love Destiny, which makes me feel good. It makes me feel safe because, I mean, it's, you know me, I'm a control freak, ADHD all over the place, and I'm going, no. And when I send them and I'm like, how are you? They're like, it was great. I'm like, oh, okay, good, that's great. I knew it would be.
But then the jealousy sets in. Like,
Yes.
she was busy. She had other things that she needed to do. I freed that time up for her. But at the same time, deep inside, what she's not saying is that she really wanted to be there with me.
I don't like doing adulting. I just want to go pick out tile with Destiny every day. Yeah, since Destiny came around, Destiny came in my life, and I'm not getting anything done. I'm kidding. It's really awesome. I hope you guys reach out to her, and my husband's texting, so we're gonna wrap this thing up and go to dinner.
I didn't even see that. What did he say? Y'all hurry up.
Do you have Rufus? Let's go. He's looking for our weedy dog. I love you guys. I love you.
Love y'all.
So much. I love you too, kid.
love you too.
Thanks for all you do for us. I want to close in prayer, though, if y'all will, because I want to close everything in prayer. All right. Dear Heavenly Father God, I pray for these women that are sitting at this table. I pray for everyone watching this. I pray that we are spreading a good word and a good message, and that all the glory is given to you, God. Anything that we get from this, anything that we give from this, we just want to be honest, open, and be true, and show people that you can support other women and their businesses. You can support men and their businesses. Just be supportive, be happy, be kind to one another, and love on each other. Lord God, I thank you so much for Destiny coming into my life and becoming one of my dearest friends, and I hope it stays this way forever. Lord, please bless her health, bless her finances, bless her job, bless Yates Flooring Center. Please bless my sister, bless her health, bless the career that she's building, that we're building these businesses together. Lord God, I just pray that you're with us at everything that we do. In your holy name I pray, amen.
Amen. I want to interview you next time.
You need to, because I have to do like
backwards with the builder.
I have to do what's an Archie.
Backwards with the builder.
Backwards with the builder.
I love it.
I could
love it.
be going to give a lie detector test.
What are you doing Saturday?
We should do it. That was fun. I really liked it. Did you like it?
That was fun.
We've got to go feed these children.
Yeah.
Sorry. That was really, I really did enjoy it. I don't know how we're going to unplug all this. That was funny. It said you got Rufus. Oh God.
That's hilarious.
I'm going to turn all these lights off so I don't burn the house down. I feel like that's what'll happen.
Obsessed with this.
With what?
This one.
I know.
I really want to send a picture.
Hello?
And be like, I found Tyler Brady back from Midland.
I do. I'm coming, babe. Sorry, my phone was on the thing. How do I stop recording?
Just hit the red button.